Hey, welcome to another episode of New Zealand's Biggest Gap Year, where a couple of years ago, Robin and I did an epic adventure around New Zealand doing 365 days of 365 activities and putting all those videos on YouTube. Well, this is the recap of that, where we go through some of your comments at the end of this video about the beautiful experience we had doing the Haast Pass road trip, and we'll go over your comments that you had the first time round when we published this video, just to give you some more information and travel tips for this time that you're watching. Join us at the end.
This morning we are leaving the west coast of New Zealand, and particularly we are leaving the wilderness accommodation where we've been staying during our time in Haast. It's a really cool place with heaps of posters on the wall of very old advertisements for activities from all around the area. It's a really cool place. So we are on our way towards Wanaka. Wanaka is another adventure capital of New Zealand. There is heaps of stuff to do there, but the journey to get to Wanaka is absolutely amazing. We are going to be driving through the pristine Haast Pass. The Haast Pass follows the Haast River amongst pristine New Zealand forest, towering mountain and stunning waterfalls. And waterfall is what we are after for our first pit stop. We are looking for the Thundercreek Falls, which is a very accessible and yet amazing waterfall.
This whole area was formed by glaciers around 20,000 years ago, and it's actually the lowest pass that passes through the Southern Alps at about 562 meters above sea level.
We are in the Mount Aspiring National Park, about to see the Thundercreek Falls. We're currently walking through some chopped up rainforest.
Some used to be rainforest.
But here's the stunning part.
Thundercreek Falls is probably the most accessible waterfall that we could get to in New Zealand, and it is an awesome opportunity to take some ridiculous photos.
Oh yeah, lap up that Thundercreek Falls.
Thundercreek Falls is a really stunning place to explore. The waterfall drops about 28 meters into the river below, and to get here only takes about, well, officially 10 minutes, but really it only takes about 2 minutes. But that's just enough time for Robin to completely ruin his day.
Oh! No!
In a split of a second, the gimbal goes down in the water, and the GoPro goes down in the water as well. So both of them are floating. The gimbal took such a massive hit that the GoPro is now detached from the gimbal and floating in the water. And all of that in just a split second. So I grab them back and get them out of the water and jump, walk through the water and just jump on the shore of the river. And I'm like, oh holy shit, this is $2,000 worth of equipment right here. Literally $2,000 worth of equipment are right here in my hand, soaking wet. I am just pissed.
How do you feel right now, Robin?
Fuck, I'm pissed.
Robin dropped some of our camera gear in the water. Well done, Robin.
Needless to say, Robin is taking the rest of the drive with a very, very grumpy attitude. He is not happy, but our next destination is bound to cheer him up. We are next going to the Blue Pools of Haast.
We are on the track to go see the Blue Pools of Haast.
While the camera and the gimbal are now trying to dry up in a massive amount of rice in the camper van, we are making our way toward the crown jewel of the Haast Pass, which is the Blue Pool of Haast. The short walk toward the pools is really awesome. We're passing through amazing native podocarp forest and stunning features. The trees are towering above us, the views are absolutely awesome, and the vegetation is super dense. We feel kind of alone until we reach one of the first swing bridge of the walk, which is gonna give us a pre-taster of what is to come.
What New Zealand walk is not complete without a swing bridge or two, and the views below already are really beautiful with this super clear blue water, and it's another short walk through another section of forest until we reach the main attraction of the area over the top of the Blue Pools themselves.
The blue pools of Haast are best seen from the top of the second swim bridge of the walk. From there we can see the beautiful turquoise blue waters, the gorgeous mossy rocks. It is such a classic New Zealand site right here. It is an amazing place to spend some time, and the local love to spend heaps of time here. And that is best seen from the beach nearby the pools, where a ton of people have stacked a massive amount of rocks just because it looks cool, I guess. I'm joining the fun before making our way back toward the camper van.
The Blue Pools walk is an hour return walk, so we are returning the same way that we came in. But we are not complaining when we are walking yet again in this beautiful beach forest and making our way back towards the camper van where we can complete our drive through Haast Pass.
During this drive we can see the landscape dramatically change right before our eyes. We are leaving the rugged coastline of the west coast and are heading toward the towering mountains and placid lakes of the central South Island. This is the beginning of our mid-South Island adventure where we're going to be exploring Wanaka and Queenstown and have amazing epic experiences for you guys.
Tomorrow, our adventure in Wanaka officially begins. We are going to do a type of climbing, which I need to refer to my notes to pronounce. Ferrata. We are going to be doing ferrata climbing up some waterfalls tomorrow with wild wires. I am so excited! Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that video of us exploring the beautiful Haast Pass. We did get a few comments the first time that we published the video, so let's go through those. Chasing Adeline says, awesome video, nice photo of the waterfall. Too bad about the equipment. Yes, that is always a bit of a risk when you're traveling and doing lots of sort of active activities and things, that if you don't hold onto your equipment really well, then there is a chance that it might fall and break, and that's exactly what happened this time. So yeah, it's always a good idea that if you have phones or camera equipment, it's always a good idea to have like a sturdy case around them. Since we've been traveling on this New Zealand's biggest gap year, we've made sure to put our phones, well I can show you right now, in massive sturdy cases, because you end up dropping your phone a lot when you're traveling around, doing different hikes, doing different activities. So that's definitely a top tip that I'd have for traveling in New Zealand. We got a comment from Why in the World saying, I got told by a Canadian that they are the ones who make the piles of stones, apparently to let others know they've been there. I saw the same piles of stones on the Linda's Pass and the Mount Hooker Glacier Lake. Yes, there's actually a ton of places around in New Zealand now that has those piles of stones, so there must be a lot of Canadians going around. Or do you leave those piles of stones yourself, or are you Canadian and do you leave those piles of stones? Let us know in the comments if that's a thing. We personally don't do it, but it's kind of cool to see. And then we get a comment from Yasha saying, Haast Eagles maybe used to live there. Yeah, so Haast Eagles, obviously they're now extinct, but these were the largest types of eagles in the world that basically, yeah, used to live around the Haast area and the Mount Aspiring National Park. So that's pretty epic. Nowadays, though, you're more likely to see a Kia, which is an alpine parrot and the only type of alpine parrot in the world. So there's still some pretty cool birds to see around Haast. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video and some of the travel tips there. If you do have any questions of your own, some of the best places to get them answered about traveling in New Zealand is our live Q&A session, which we do every single Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time here on YouTube. Otherwise, head to nzpocketguide.com, which is absolutely free for you guys to browse all the amazing details and information that we have about traveling in New Zealand. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time.